on Instagram, and we're live on
Facebook.
Facebook. It's bonkers.
Don't tell Facebook. We're doing both at the same time.
Well, Facebook owns both.
Yeah,
Facebook,
well,
you own
we're
Instagram,
still
so you
double
really
dipping.
can't be upset at us. And also, one is from Lindsay's phone and
I
one
think
is from my
Facebook
computer.
can be mad about anything they want to be.
Well,
I think
don't
that's what
be.
they do.
Well,
Don't be mad.
Just stop.
Don't
Stop
be
being mad. Hey, everybody.
Hey, hi. So,
Lynsey G. I'm Lynsey G. I am the editor and co-founder of Onishi Press.
And I'm Jayel Draco. I'm an art wizard.
Cool. What's
Yeah.
it like being an art wizard, Jayel Draco?
The vast amount of skill and inspiration inside of my head all the time is crippling.
Do you ever feel like just vomiting color everywhere?
No, just black and white.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Yeah.
hey,
What?
there's an elephant in this room that we need to talk about.
A tiny elephant?
It's kind of a big one, actually. But we thought that probably we should talk about it with you folks. So anyone who is out there and watching, you may be aware that Jayel and I, together as Oneshi Press, Lynsey and I, together as Oneshi Press, are doing a Kickstarter right now. We are
I heard about this.
We're looking to raise funds for 2 different comics collections that we have put together. Mr. Guy, Comic Hunter, Mr. Guy Zombie Hunter is one that Jayel wrote and is being illustrated by 4 different artists along with cover artists and guest artists. And then the Origins Anthology is the 10th in our anthology series, combining the work of well over 24 amazing, diverse creators from all over the place.
Right, and Mr. Guy, that's our IP. We own it, so that's all work for hire. So we're paying those people. We've paid them up front, and we still have to pay for production of the book. And there's a lot of paying going on, a lot of supporting people, a lot of helping people get their work out there. The anthology is creator-owned, so we're actually kind of providing a platform for all of the creators on the anthology. And we are doing the printing, we're putting the book together, we're taking care of all of that, and they get copies that they can then sell. And so it's a co-op model thing, but we're still, we feel proud of it. We're helping a lot of people get their important stories out into the world. We have creators from diverse backgrounds from all over the world who really, this is their voice, and we're helping their voice be heard. But there's still this frickin' elephant.
You want to talk about the elephant?
Let's talk about the elephant.
All right, so the elephant is global pandemic and fundraising for art during global pandemic.
And the economic crisis that comes with it.
Yeah.
So
it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it could seem kind of tacky. Like, we know there's a lot of you out there who definitely are not in a position where you can give someone $20, even if it's going to mean you get great entertainment out of it, you get great art out of it, you're supporting artists, you're helping people get their voices heard, but $20 is $20 and you can't afford that.
And we get it.
We get that.
We get it. There's a reason that we're not just reaching into our gigantic bank account to print all these things.
We are, but we're also asking for some help doing it. So the thing is with this Kickstarter, it is not by any stretch of the imagination us asking for handouts or donations. This is pre-sales that are funding the creation of the book. So you're buying entertainment, which helps keep you home and helps keep you safe. You're buying art that is loaded with just so much care, meaning, spirit, catharsis. It's
all the
funny,
good stuff.
It's good, But also, like we said, we know a lot of you can't afford to be helping right now, but you actually can. You can really afford to be super, super supportive and helpful. Just
help
by
doesn't equal money necessarily.
Telling people about it, or like when we post about it, comment on the post. Say what you like about it. Even if you can't back it, even if you don't have the money to back it, just say, hey, you know what? I really like this part about Mr. Guy, blah, blah, blah. Or I really like this part about the anthology.
I like this art right here.
It's so cool that you guys are doing this. One comment means probably a couple dozen other people are now going to see that post.
Right.
For every person that comments.
Algorithms on the internet make a huge difference in who gets to see the stuff that we are making. So anytime that you comment or otherwise interact with something that we've posted about the Kickstarter, it tells the algorithm, hey, people like this. Let's show it to more people because more people will like it. Right. So, you know, help doesn't necessarily equal money. We get it that not everybody can pledge right now. We get it that a lot of people are, you know, in dire financial straits. So sharing with comments, just commenting, liking, just, you know, interacting in any way that you can with the material that we're putting on the internet helps us huge.
And so here's the cool thing about that. You helping us with this, right? You commenting on it, liking it, sharing it, whatever you can do. You know, you helping us with that, you're helping us, and we're helping these other people who are putting their important, diverse stories out into the world to help other people. So you're helping us help helpful people. I mean, that's like ideal, right? That kind of interaction, that kind of support where you're helping helpers. You know, you're helping helpful people help helpful people, right? That's awesome. I mean, what could be better than that? And so, okay, what's in it for you if you're just sharing it and helping other people see it? Well, then that means that these books will actually be created. There'll be, at the very least, PDFs that later on down the road you could buy for a few bucks, you know.
We have a question. Wendy.
Hi,
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Thank you for watching. We're just talking about the Kickstarter. She says, how do I pledge? So basically, if you go to Kickstarter.com.
I could drop a link also.
And type in Mr. Guy. The campaign is probably the only thing that will come up under Mr. Guy.
Probably. And
we'll also drop a link in here. And, you know, like we said, we get that, you know, times are tough financially for people. So, you know, just sharing that link or, heck, you know, like fucking talking about it with somebody on the phone. Like, any of these things are super helpful to us. But yeah, we also wanted to talk about the fact that, like, we are working to support the work of, it's like 35 or 37 people who collaboratively have helped us make these books. It's a lot of people, and many of them are full-time freelancers or artists or writers. And many of them maybe didn't used to be full-time but are now due to the sort of gigantic elephant in the room situation that we have going on. So if you are able to pledge any money to the campaign to help us reach our goal, that is helping not just us. It's not just the two of us. We are looking to work with all of these people. And all of the work for both of the books is already finished. So that means that all of the people who are involved in making these books already did the work. And what we are trying to do is support them you know, financially and by providing them with print copies of books that contain their gorgeous work that they already poured their hearts and souls into. So, and
also a lot of these people, I mean, the cool thing about the co-op model is we're helping get all of these different creators exposed to each other's audiences so they can all extend their reach through our efforts. But also, like, some of these people are going to be like, yes, I've been in this anthology, this anthology, this anthology, when they walk in on a job interview at a studio, and they're going to show this to people. This is also part of their CV and their resume for the rest of their life, you know? And we know that, and it's really hard to get your foot in the door, so we're trying to extend that to other people as well.
And their work is really good. It's so good.
We really, we've been just knocking it out of the ballpark with the submissions we've been getting. I mean, I'm blown away by some of the work that's in this anthology, as well as in Mr. Guy. I mean, we got, the lineup is just amazing. Walter Osley did Arc 2, Diana Camaro did Arc 3, and JC Chase did Arc 4, and they just came out stunning. I'm blown away. It's so much fun. I know that anybody who reads Mr. Guy, even if you think like you don't really get it or know what it's about, if you really read it, you're going to have a good time. You're going to enjoy it. It's entertaining. And
that's also like, it's kind of it's just maybe a smaller elephant in the room. But the fact that we're raising funds for a book about a zombie outbreak during a global pandemic, it's like some people probably think it's awesome, and some people are probably like, "Ooh, perhaps that's in poor taste." But we personally think that Mr. Guy is hilarious. And we think it's kind of important actually to like be able to laugh a little bit about that kind of fiction right now, because you know we can all use a lot of laughs.
And there's also, it's not just the levity aspect, but I mean there's something really important about Mr. Guy, and that's to save himself, he may just have to save us all. And he's a very self-interested character. He is a selfish Mr. Guy. And the only way he can save himself from this pandemic in his cartoon world is to save us all, to figure out how to stop the spread of this pandemic, right? So, like, there's something about that that really, you know, mirrors what we're going through as a species right now, collectively. This idea that, you know, like, looking out for other people's best interest is self-serving. You know, like, you can't actually be selfish right now. Because if you're selfish, you're self-defeating yourself. Like, you're defeating yourself by being selfish. You know, that's the world we literally have been handed right now.
If you are selfish right now, you're self-defeating yourself. But if you help the Kickstarter, then you're helping us help helpful people. We could make some serious tongue twisters out of all this.
You lost me. I lost us.
We're lost.
We've been lost. But suffice it to say, we are really grateful for the support that we've gotten already. We're so stoked that so many people have been spreading the word about this. We've got a long way to go on this campaign and not much time to do it. We've got 2 weeks left. Campaign is halfway over, and we still have 75% of our funds that we need to raise. So that's a little scary, but
here's the thing that not everybody knows about Kickstarter. If you don't reach your goal on Kickstarter,
we don't reach our goal,
you don't get anything.
We don't get anything. Your money
goes. If we only raise 25% of our goal, we don't walk away with 25% of our goal. Right. We walk away with nothing. And that leaves us in a whole big quandary about what to do next and what to do with all of these amazing comics that we have that we don't have the money to print.
So, backers, your cards are not charged unless we make our full goal.
Right.
So there's no risk to you. Like, we won't get partial funding and then not be able to complete our project. Your card only gets charged after we've made our goal and succeeded. And if we don't succeed, your card doesn't get charged. So, that's a cool safeguard that Kickstarter includes.
Yeah, but it makes the stakes way higher for us.
High stakes right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, we wanted to talk about all of this because it's the kind of thing where, like, you know, when you're writing, like, marketing copy and, like, promotional materials, you know, you can't really get into all the nitty-gritty of, like, why we are doing this right now, why we think it's important, and how it all works, because, you know, nobody wants to read about all that all the time. But we did want to at least address the fact that, like, we know it's a weird time to be raising funds, and we know that, you know, it's scary out there right now, and we're really hoping that if we're able to succeed with these projects, we'll be able to help make it a little less scary for the people who contributed work to these collections, you know, by helping to support them in their work.
And again, you know, helping helpful people is a real worthy, valuable thing to be doing. In addition to the fact that you're getting awesome art out of it, and
these are good. They're really good books. Like, they will provide hours of entertainment. Not
everyone is in a bad place right now. Some people are just as well off as they were before, you know, before all this happened. And I've even talked to a few people that, believe it or not, are doing better now that they're working from home and saving a heck of a lot of money on commuting and eating out, and are still making the same income. So I know that there's people out there that are doing even better than they were before this struck. So, like,
how to find them.
Well, and that's how we find them, is by people sharing and commenting on and liking what we're doing.
Yeah,
you know, even if you aren't in a place where you can support us, you can definitely be like, wow, I really like this thing about this anthology, or that thing about Mr. Guy, or this thing about both, or about these people, or whatever.
If you go to the Kickstarter, there's a ton of art that you can look at from inside the books, and you might find something that you think is really cool, and you can totally, you know, share that image, like tell people about it, or, you know, if there's a story that sounds really interesting, you know, you can post about it and tell the world that it sounds cool, and maybe one of the people who sees your post will be one of those people who's doing well financially right now and wants to, you know, be able to financially support indie artists. That would be great.
And then this book will exist in the world, these books, and then you can always get them later when things are a little better. You know, you can get them later because they will exist in the world because you helped spread the word. So yeah, we're just relying on everyone to spread the word, really.
Yeah. And that's just, you know, interaction. Like, keep an eye on our Facebook page. Keep an eye on our individual Facebook feeds. Keep an eye on our Instagrams and our Twitters. And, you know, if you see something that seems interesting to you, share it, comment on it, like it. That really does help us a lot. Another thing you can do is, even if you don't think that you'll be able to pledge to the Kickstarter, when you go to the Kickstarter, there's a little button off to the right-hand side under the Back This Project button that says Remind Me. And that just means that you're following the campaign. So when it's got, I think, 48 hours left, Kickstarter will send you like a reminder email. And if you can pledge at that time, awesome. But even if you can't, just having more people following the project sends the message to Kickstarter itself that our project is worth promoting. So we may end up being seen by more people who go to just Kickstarter.com and are like looking around.
Right.
So that helps us a lot too. Really, just like anything that you can do to boost this campaign in any little way really does help us hugely and means the world to us and all of the 35 other people who worked on these two projects.
Cool. Well, you know, I think we're going to end it there, and hopefully whoever didn't get to watch us live is watching us in the future. Hi, future people. I hope the future is bright.
So after you've addressed the elephant in the room, does the elephant go away, or do we get to hang out with the elephant now?
No, I think it just has an address now. It can get mail, it can vote,
so it's here with us?
Drive, get a license, you know. Yeah.
Do you think that
I think we'll probably have to pay extra. Oh
man, the pet fee for an elephant is going to be huge. Yeah. Worth it though, because then we'll have an elephant.
Yeah, and if we ever have a peanut infestation, the elephant will take care of it.
Maybe. Not mice though. I hear they don't like mice.
That's what Chal is for. Chal is the cat.
He's outside.
All right, guys.
Okay.
I love you all. Thank you all so much. We're going to end this live video here. This is my first time doing a live video to Facebook and to Instagram. So this is pretty cool. Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Bye, everybody.
I can't see.